apparently there is an epidemic of who can embarrass us the most for Black History Month. In the running, Krishan tattooing a situationship that went too long to her face, but that's not what today's episode is about. We're talking about the Sally's beauty or lack of beauty mistake that they made today. Basically what happened was they had, I would say she's like an influencer, I guess, a contract. She had 4C hair, I think I have it on here, untangled, dry, no heat protectant, no happiness. And she had her hair, and she used the straightener to straighten her hair. And it went viral on TikTok. And then Sally's Beauty did not want to stand on business, and they decided to, they did not want to stand on business. They decided to delete the post like we didn't see it. It's kind of like when you try to recall a message from Outlook. We saw it. We saw you. Just want you to know we did. So I have a couple of points here, but first things first, happy Black History Month, I think. There's been a lot of things trying to take away from it, you know, with the Grammys that just happened, what happened with that, but happy Black History Month, by the way. So I am at the point where I'm gonna stop sectionalizing people's stupidity. If somebody makes one bad decision, I'm assuming you're a whole idiot. So my thing is, because I be giving people chances, I'm just like, okay, they messed up with that, but maybe they did something else good. No, I'm gonna make my peace that this person's an idiot. So this could have been a perfect opportunity to promote Black hair products that you sell within Sally's Beauty. This also could have been an opportunity to teach, you know, like you could have had, hey, the first Black straightener was invented by so today with Sally's Beauty, with this straightener, anybody who has natural hair will get a certain percentage off. They could have been a time to learn. Like they could have been like, hey, does anybody have any ideas on how we can be educated more about this? They could have apologized, maybe. They could have apologized. They could have said anything. They could have did anything, but no, they deleted it. They deleted it like we didn't see anything. And the thing about it is that one thing I learned, especially before I became a content creator, is that once it's on the internet, it's there forever. Like it's there forever. Okay. So just because you deleted it doesn't mean we didn't see it. We saw it. Okay. We seen it. And what we also seen is what wasn't said, what wasn't heard, what wasn't anything. But I like to look from other people's perspective. The person who did the promotion, a lot of people are calling her a mammy, I think. Jemima, the pancakes that taste good, but Jemima, Pearl Milling. Either way, they calling her everything but a child of God right now. And at the end of the day, y'all sit there and talk trash about people doing stuff like this. I feel like she didn't know. Like, I feel like they told her to, like, basically just try it, you know, no material, sans conscience. Like, they told her to try it and not think about it. But I feel like there's a certain level where she's like, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to do this, you know? And I truly feel like I get the promise behind it. Like, I get why they wanted to do it, because like it showed like an everyday person compared to like an official influencer. They have these ring lights on, like, they pay a model who's getting paid like a bag for the year. Like, you don't believe this person compared to an everyday person. But what you need to understand is that you lost us. And I left Sally's Beauty a long time ago, and this is before I had relaxer. But I left them because of the fact that I don't feel like they care. And I know they're not trying to hear that and say, we got somebody with 4C hair. I was like, I know that you got someone with 4C hair, but you just got this person with 4C hair. You didn't sit here and was like, okay, let's make sure she's properly represented. You know, I have on here as well a couple of solutions for them. I have a couple of solutions for them as well. I'm just trying to process the fact that people are blaming the person who did the hair. Like, they're saying she's part of the problem. I was like, she's just collecting the same bag that we're all trying to collect during this inflation recession years. You know, like, she's just trying to collect her bag. So I wish y'all would give her some grace. But the main culprit is definitely Sally's Beauty. So I'm going to give them a couple of options here to help them out. Okay. So number one, TikTok is no joke. TikTok is the biggest platform in the world right now. And I know, you know, Snapchat's trying to have like an earner's income, try to make it seem where, you know, they're trying to compete, but you cannot. Like, TikTok is a machine. I feel like TikTok starts all of the gifts start on TikTok, all of the phrases. Like, people have literally become like sensations overnight. Like, the power of TikTok is astronomical. So you have to understand what that comes with. The criticism from TikTok is even bigger than that. Is even bigger than that. And what I mean by that is, like, you gotta really understand and really perfect what you're gonna put out before you put it out, because there's so many eyes on TikTok. Like, the reason why I joined it, and I'll make it quick, the reason why I joined TikTok was the fact that there was a lot of stuff that kept getting regurgitated onto Instagram. I was like, where's the source? I can't do this anymore. I was like, where's the source? I gotta go to the source. So there's a lot of stuff that kept getting regurgitated there. So I think that was one of the main reasons why I went to TikTok. But like, TikTok is a big platform, but it's also, you know, to its own deficit, a way to definitely have pitchforks applied. So I think for certain that they got scared, and that's why they didn't say anything. But I would recommend having a sensitivity watcher. So sensitivity reader is what they have, someone who comes, like, basically it's a control group that comes in and sees what, basically a control group that comes in and sees, like, should we send this book out? Like, for example, the sensitivity readers for 50 Shades of Grey did not exist. Okay, did not exist. The ones for 50 Shades of Grey did not exist, because I don't understand how they was able to get away with what they got away with. Okay, but sensitivity reader definitely is going to keep you out of trouble. Okay, this is someone who's going to come through and be like, hey, I know what the people want, you know, especially if it's a certain demographic that can be possibly offended by your content. Definitely sensitivity reader is definitely necessary. I have a built-in sensitivity reader and processor because I worked in a law firm and I know how to say my words correctly, keep myself out of trouble. However, I still feel like it's good to have a second person and be like, hey, can you check if this is right or this is wrong? So sensitivity reader, I would say in this case, since it is a video, I would say a sensitivity watcher, like someone who's going to watch the video beforehand and not leak it, make them sign an NDA. But I just feel like you guys need to start being more cognizant of the power of social media, because you can, like, I wasn't cognizant of that, because like, you can literally post something and tomorrow you're at work and you're going viral. Like, can you imagine you're at lunch and you're going viral? like you're worried about your food getting heated up and your videos getting like 1 million eyes on it, 1 million eyes, and also a million eyes and twice as many mouths and opinions to talk about it, right? So I think they need to have a sensitivity watcher that comes in, watches it, especially if it's the demographic you're trying to reach out to or to promote to. Have them come in, watch the video, shut the mouth, don't tell anybody about it, and say, hey, you know, the natural hair community is very, like, the natural hair community is very sensitive, as we should be, because we are not supported by anybody for the most part. They do their best, but we're very sensitive. So do not come in here and have a girl who has 4C hair, which is the majority of black women's hair texture is 4C. I showed you guys my pie graph before. I cannot find it, but I've showed you guys my pie graph before. It is like with 4C, I believe the pie graph in general for people who are African or African descent, okay, the majority of hair is 50% 4C, 25% 4B, 10% 4A, maybe 2 or 3% 3C, type 3. And then, of course, our mixtures, okay? Our people who have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, okay? That's why I don't comprehend or understand why it should be hard to be a natural hair content creator when the majority of black women have type 4 hair. But I digress, okay? But I digress. I'm not going to go into that. But I do feel like it sucks for them, the fact that like there's no representation. And this goes to my main final solution, is just that we're a joke. The natural hair community is a joke. We have civil war within, you know, the 4C versus 4C versus 3, type 3 or 4 or whatever. Like, we're a joke. Like, our community is a joke. We make fun of people who don't know their hair texture, and then we criticize the people who do know their hair texture out of hair texture envy. And I brought that up before about having hair texture envy before, and people were just like, you just think you're all that. I was like, there's such thing as hair texture envy, because it makes sense. Like, type 4 hair, like, not to go on my little step stool, but type 4 hair is not easy, okay? But the best things in life aren't, you know, but there's some days where, like, I promise you, like I said, and I love my type 4 hair. You see me wearing it, you see me rocking it. But there are some days where I wish I could just spray H2 on my hair and walk out the door. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That's something they say, oh, you can just do it, wear your hair in a wash and go. Wash and go do the most? Wash and go take me, wash and go and waste my time? What else? I can do this all day. Like, at the end of the day, there's some times where I wish I could just spray water on my hair and go. Or my hair dries in one day, not 3 to 4 business days, and we're closed on holidays. Like, I would love for my hair to not do that. Not to do for type 4 stuff. But at the end of the day, that's my hair texture. And it's a beautiful hair texture. It's tough. It's beautiful. It's soft. Like, it's curly. It's coily. I just, like, I get that. But, like, there's a lot of natural hair envy disguised as advice. I also feel like another thing too that I didn't miss was the fact that there was no apology made. Now, I may not be up to date, but I pretty much check TikTok every day. I mean, I'm a content creator. I have to stay up to date. But I don't remember Sally's Beauty putting out a apology. If they did, put it in the comments so I can go watch it. I'm not watching that because they missed the window. Like, this happened, I think this happened last Friday, but I was at Comic-Con and I couldn't comment and do a video on it at the same time. So, like, there's just a level that you just get frustrated with, where it's just like, what are we supposed to do? You feel me? Like, what? Like, there's a level to where it's just like, what are we supposed to do? This doesn't make any sense. Like, at the end of the day, you're not gonna sit there and tell me. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, you're not gonna sit there and tell me that you could have did backtrack and PR. And I know Sally's Beauty is just like, oh, well, you know, like, they're not really, you know, the type 4 hair is not really like one of our main whatever, but you also gotta understand, this is 2024. Everybody's watching. I don't know about y'all, maybe I'm weird, but if I see you treat even if you treat me like royalty and you treat me correctly, if I see you treat somebody incorrectly, I'm gonna side eye you. I'm not gonna look at you the same. I'm gonna think that all it takes is one day for you to side eye me, or all it takes is one day for you to side eye me, or all it takes is one day for me to do something wrong and I'm on that list too. Like, this is like one of the main issues that I got irritated with, was the fact that there was no level of accountability. It just kind of was like, okay, we're just gonna delete it. We're just gonna delete it, and maybe they don't know. Like, we saw you. We did. And I have the screenshots. I took them. And I don't know, like, there's just this competition. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there's a competition to really try to ruin the one Black History Month that happens every 4 years, where it's 29 days. Like, it's like there's literally a ruin. So there's like an agenda. I'm looking around because I'm trying to look around where the common sense is at, because there has to be an agenda. There has to be an agenda for people who are dead set on making making this Black History Month just tragic, you know. Like, I want to remember this month. Oh my God, this is the best Black History Month. There was 29 days. It was a leap year. Let's do it. But it's not giving at all. Do better. Don't forget to subscribe, share. It's clear hair.